Good evening, everyone. Naeem and Pradesh. Are you people able to hear me well? Is my voice audible? Naeem and Pradesh, please let me know in the chat box itself whether my voice is audible or not. Okay, Pradesh, I guess this is your first class. I haven't seen you in class before. Is this your first class? Okay. Okay, so welcome to the class, Pradesh. This is Garima. Okay, I teach business communication, business English, and HR. I also teach case studies. So today I'll be teaching a case study itself. Okay, I'm just waiting for others to join the class. See, if at any point of time you are not able to follow anything, you can raise your hand and or you can ask me in the chat box itself. Okay. Okay, and if at see for the classes you might have missed, you can see the recordings. The recordings are very much there in the portal. You can see the recordings from there. Okay, fine. And I would request you to be regular in class so that your grades are not being affected. Okay, so let's begin. Kelvin, hi, how are you? Kelvin, Prabhavati, Samo, good to see you after so many days. Samo, how is your wife now? Yeah, good evening, Kelvin. So today we are going to do the case study. Okay. Is your voice perfectly all right, Samu? Okay. So BB Line Group. Have you ever heard the name before? BB Line Group. See, as far as this company is considered, okay. Let me tell you what they're dealing with. Okay. See, there was a chapter I was teaching them yesterday, like communication, and exercises were there on that. Okay. Alright, so let's get started. See, we are doing a case study on Baby Line Group. Let me tell you what this group is all about. See, it is a UK-based company concerned with shipping and marine operations. Its a parent company, Baby Line Group Limited, can be traced back to the shipbroking partnership of Bibby and Hall, which was this company basically deals with shipping and marine operations. Fine. Alright, so let's get started. I hope you people are able to see the board properly. Padi, are you able to see the board properly? Pradesh, Kelvin, Samo, Prabhavati, Naeem. Okay. So Bibby Line Group started out as a family-run shipping business. It was founded, so this company was founded in 1807. And since that time, the company has grown to become a global business. it has already also diversified into new business. So it started as a shipping company, but it has diversified into, see, every company begins, they actually start up in a particular sector, and then they, like segregate, and they make many other, companies which deal in with other stuffs as well, right? It has diversified into new business areas such as financial services and asset management services, as well as logistics. So what is this logistics? What is the meaning of this word logistics? Anyone? What is logistics? Anyone? See, logistics is like the management of the flow of goods between the point of origin and the point of consumption in order to meet some requirements of customers or corporation. Okay? Yeah. Today, BB Line Group employs, yes, supply delivery goods. Correct. Today, BB Line Group employs over 5,000 people in 21 countries. So they have diversified. Although it's a UK-based company, you're going to find offices in 21 countries. Okay, and they started as a shipping company, and they have, diversified into new business like financial services, logistics, asset management. It has the turnover in excess of £1 billion. Despite its size, the group is not a public company. It remains in private ownership. Okay, the business is almost wholly owned by the immediate BB family and its family trust. So see, like Ambani's company, is it a public company? Reliance Group, is it a public company? Tell me. So like this company is not a public company. That means the share, this is owned by BB family, okay, and its family trust. In 2011, BB Line Group received the UK Private Business of the Year accolade at the National Business Award. By retaining a private company structure, successive generations of the family have maintained control over the ownership of the business. So they still are private company because the owners, the BB family, they don't want to lose control over it. Okay. Shares in a public company can be freely traded, bought and sold. See, yeah. Because it's not a public company. See, it's written, if it is a public company, shares can be bought and sold on the stock exchange. However, shares in a private company, this is a private company, can only be bought and sold with the permission of board of directors. If you want to buy or sell it, you have to take the permission of board of directors. It's not like you can sell or buy, like things on the stock exchange if it is a private company. Got my point? What is the difference between public company and private company? The shares of the public company can be bought and sold in the stock exchange market, on the stock exchange. But when it comes to a private company like that of BB Group, like you can only sell or buy stuffs, that is shares, by taking the permission of board of directors. And most of the people in the board of directors will be people from BB family. Fine? Or trustee of the BB trust. Fine? Is it clear? Fadi, Prabha, Samo, Kelvin, Pradesh and Naeem? Okay. Cool. A private company structure also allows the owners to maintain firm control over the culture and values of the business. So see, this is a, like a private company. So when it comes to the shareholders, that is, the people of the BB family, the owners, they keep a strong control over culture and values of the business too. The culture of an organization is described as the way we do things around here. An important feature of BB Line Group culture is inclusiveness. It is recognized that everyone who works for the organization has an important contribution to make. Okay, this is the principle they follow. That means if you are working for BB Line Group, you have to make your own contribution. This emphasis on building a family-based business is reflected in the company's main aim. Okay? Now, the fundamental aim of the business is to invest in and develop a diverse portfolio of companies. The diversity is there to manage risk and create growth opportunities. Why they have, they started as a shipping company, but they have diversified. They have they have indulged into other stuffs as well, like finance and asset management. What is the reason? Because they want to create more, they want to grow by themselves, and they want to create more and more jobs for people, which will be handed on to the next generation. They want to grow, they want to keep the company private, they don't want to lose control over it, and they are, like creating more and more opportunities for people, and they want to grow in different areas because they want to hand over more as compared to what they are having now to the next generation. Okay? Yeah. And we are currently with the family's 6th generation. Fine. Pradesh, are you able to follow me, Fadi? Every business should be based on a set of core values. These drive everything a business does. BB Line Group has defined 6 values which it ensures are adopted throughout the organization. So see, every like organization, they have some kind of values, right? So they have 6 values on which they work. Okay. All right. Right. Okay. Now, which ensures are adopted throughout the organization. Positively challenging, which is seeing how things it already does can be done better. Restless momentum, which is focused on innovating, okay, using the people and equity available to develop new products, markets and services. Making sure that all employees act with real integrity. That means there should be integration in between the employees. They should have the sense of oneness. Nurturing lifetime relationship with customers. See, if you are losing customers, it's not in the welfare of the company, right? It's not in the favor of the company. So they want to build up, lifetime relationship with, customers. They don't want to lose customers. Okay. Okay. Suppliers and employees, and also with employees, by developing activities to ensure that they meet each of the parties' objectives. If the organization can live the first 4 values, then it will be powered by people and be focused on customers. So if these values are being focused, followed by the employees, okay, obviously what is going to happen? It would be like able to do, if employees are happy in a company, they are following the core values of the company, okay, company will reward them well, and if the employees are happy, obviously they're going to keep customers, satisfied. If the okay. This case study looks at the strategies used by BB Line Group to grow the business while retaining its strong family ethos. So they want to grow their business, but at the same time they want to retain control over it. So how they do it, this is being mentioned in this case study. This is what they're going to study. Is this much clear? Any questions? Anyone out there? Please do ask. Don't hesitate in asking questions. Yes, please. Any questions? Anyone? Now, I would request you to sit, peacefully for 5 minutes and read what is there on this page. And after reading this page, if you are not able to follow anything, you can just ask me. So, as of now, you have to read from BB till organization. Clear? No, don't move the board. It's a request. Please don't move the board. I have set the board as per the convenience of all the people who are there in class. Okay? From BB till organization, please read it. Is it clear? Prabha, Samo, Kelvin, Pradesh, Naeem, Fadi, and whoever is there in the class? If I have missed out on you. Fine. Hi Darshana, how are you? We are doing a case study. I would request you to read the first page. Okay, others are already doing it. Okay. I have taught them what was there on this page. Now they are reading it by themselves. So you too need to do the same thing. I'll be back from the washroom in 1 minute. Please excuse me. Done? Should I scroll it down? Darshana, Padi, Darshana. Alright. Shamo? Good. Now read the remaining parts from here till it holds. Then we are going to jump to the second part. Just read the remaining parts and then we are going to switch over to the next part. Done? Equity you don't understand? Okay. You want to know the meaning. See. I'll explain you the meaning of equity. I'm just going to change the page. See, what is equity? A stock or any security, okay, representing an ownership interest. On a company's balance sheet, the amount of funds contributed by the owners, the stockholders, plus the retained earnings or losses. In simple words, it's like ownership in a corporation. See, if you have purchased, like the stocks of, some company, obviously you are going to have ownership of that company in the form of shares, right? So that would be equity. Fine. Is this much clear to everyone? Any questions? Anyone out there? Any doubts? Exactly, ordinary shares. Now, let's go to the next page, okay? Choosing the right business strategy can give a company a competitive advantage over its rivals. A strategy is a plan to meet business objectives. These might to increase profits, to grow the business, or even just to survive through a difficult economic period. A strategy needs to set the scope and direction of a company. The scope relates to what products and services the company produces and what market it operates in. In recent years, BB Group has extended its scope to branch out into new products and markets. The direction of the company has been one of growth. This has been achieved through both organic and inorganic growth. Organic growth comes from the growing the existing business while winning new customers and increasing sales. Okay. So what is organic growth? It's like if you are continuously getting the customers, okay, in the old business, okay, and if you can retain it, obviously it would be organic growth. And inorganic growth involves acquiring or merging other companies to increase the portfolio. Fine, is this much clear? Okay. There are several business benefits associated with a growing conglomerate. You don't understand, big robust company with a growth strategy. There are several business benefits associated with a growth strategy. Efficiencies from economies of scale. As business grows larger, they may be able to reduce their unit costs. For example, the same information technology can be used to serve several businesses in the group rather than just one. Larger companies can buy supplies and materials in bulk and so benefit from discounts for large orders. right? Control through large market share. Companies with a large share of a particular market can, to some extent, exert influence over the market and their competitors. They can be leaders rather than followers in terms of pricing and other aspects. Smaller rivals will not have the same influence. Security from spreading financial risk. Having a portfolio of business enables a company to spread risk. If some subsidiaries have poor results, they can be supported by those areas of the company that are doing better, right? So that's why they, indulge in different businesses, most of the companies, because if one part is doing bad, the others can, help them in doing better. They can be supported. All businesses, okay, in the portfolio help the group's result by making a contribution to overheads. A focus on innovation. BB Group have achieved outstanding performance by continuously seeking ways to grow and diversify. One of the group's values is restless momentum. This means continuously innovating, coming up with new stuff and providing better services. Okay? Innovation involves the development of new ideas both for improved goods and services and for new and better ways of working. Right? This focus on innovation is central to all business within BB Group. Each subsidiary operates independently but are encouraged to innovate. Each management team is responsible for the achievement of its part of the group business. Subsidiaries are also expected to grow, and like the overall group, this can be achieved both organically and inorganically. Fine? So subsidiaries, they can either do very well, they can increase their customers, or they can merge with other, like small companies to make them a bit big. Fine? Is this much clear? Now read it till some. Don't know someone is moving the board. Just read it from choosing till some, please. Once you are done, just type done in the chat box itself. Done? Okay. Read the remaining parts of this. Okay. Till here. And then we are going to switch. No, don't move this please. Okay, fine. Let's move to the next page of this. Organic growth. Organic growth is achieved from within a business. It can be from winning new customers by increasing sales of existing products and services and by introducing new product lines. It can also be achieved by moving into new geographic markets, perhaps by selling more in export markets. Organic growth is often safer than inorganic growth. Once a business has acquired specialism, such as transporting cargoes by sea, it can relatively be easy to expand. For example, by sailing on new routes. Okay, because they deal in with shipping. It can be more difficult to buy and integrate another existing business into the existing company. The early history of Bibiline Group is characterized by organic growth. So most of the companies, they should go for organic growth rather than going for inorganic growth, right? Because it's safe. You don't have to invest anything here. You just have to increase your growth. Starting with 7 ships at the beginning of the 19th century, the company expanded over the next 20 years to acquire another 18 vessels. Vessels means ships. Okay. Okay. Initially, it focused on route to Mediterranean ports before expanding to support trade with India, China, and later still South America. Its ships carried many different cargoes, including cotton, okay, sugar, animal hides, and many other commodities. Careful growth. Intelligent companies grow carefully. This means they are sometimes prepared to sell loss-making or poorly performing businesses or realize profits. Okay? When the value of an asset has reached its peak, the return from selling business or asset can then be reinvested in new ventures. Okay? So how companies grow? They get profit from one company. Okay? They get profit from one company and then they invested in new ventures. Knowing when to sell is an important business skill. Bibiline Group sold its fleet, okay, its fleet of ships in 2005 and 7 when the global economy was at its peak. This provided the company with cash to reduce debts in some of its business, to reinvest in businesses that were less likely to be hit hard in a global recession. Okay. This meant that when the global recession occurred in 2008 and 9, Bibiline Group was in healthy position. Okay, it was debt-free and had many available to invest in growth opportunities, taking advantage of lower price of vessels during the debt-free and had money. Okay, during the recession, Oh, wait. I'm just getting confused. And cheaper loans, BB Line Group purchased 6 new ships. So during the time of recession, when loans were cheaper and ships were also cheaper, they, as well as the driving support business, using its maritime expertise, the company has been able to develop new business and more specialized sectors of the industry. BB Line, okay, yeah, every company does the same. Actually, they have advisors who they advise them that what they need to do in which era, like which more time. Okay, so they behave accordingly. They take decisions accordingly. BB Maritime specializes in providing and operating shallow water floating accommodation vessels. For example, the company is providing a vessel that is supporting the exploitation of natural gas reserves found off the coast of Australia by housing workers at the onshore terminal. BB Offshore provides dive support vessels for the offshore gas and oil exploration and production industry. These are used by divers who are installing, repairing and maintaining subsea oil and gas platforms and pipelines. These businesses are examples of how the group has been able to maintain organic growth in its maritime businesses during a difficult economic period. So they sold the ships, when the cost was high in the market, they got cash, they invested it in new business. Okay, they invested it in new business, and this is how they have still growing even at the times of difficult economic period. Fine. Clear? Anyone? Any questions out? Any questions you have for me? Just read it on your own, from organic till industry. Just read it on your own, from organic till industry. Then we are going to jump to the next page. Inorganic growth. We are going to talk about the inorganic growth, how they might have indulged into inorganic growth, how they have captured new market and how they are generating cash from that. Okay. Okay, let's move to the next part. Shallow water. Okay. Submarine. Something of submarine kind. Okay. Now let's move to the next page. See, now let's learn about inorganic growth. Inorganic growth occurs when a company grows by merging with or acquiring other businesses. Mergers and acquisitions are a much faster way of growing company than organic growth. The company immediately gains the customers and sales of the acquired business as well as its assets and market position. However, inorganic growth is more risky strategy than organic growth because it involves taking over a new business which may have different culture, okay, and a way of doing things. It can also be expensive. Profitable business cannot be acquired cheaply. The acquisition strategy of BB9 Group has enabled the business to diversify into new products and service areas. As an example, the group's distribution business recently expanded its products and service range by taking over two companies, one in the returnable packing market and other providing logistics to the food manufacturing industry. Logistics involves all the processes required to move goods from a point of origin to an endpoint, such as from a factory to a retailer. New market. Another example of inorganic growth was BB9's acquisition of Garrick Limited in 2008. Garrick is a plant and equipment hiring company to the construction industry. This is relatively young and dynamic company with lot of growth potential. Now, in 2007, BB9 Group entered the convenience retail industry where it acquired a 51% stake in Cost Cutter. It later took full control of the convenience store retailer in 2011. BB9 Group views the convenience retail sector as an excellent long-term prospect. It plans to support the Cost Cutter management team in continuing to put retailers at the heart of the business. The strategy of diversification has enabled BB9 Group to move into industries with strong growth prospects. Earlier, they were just into ship making and providing, providing marine services. But now, because of this inorganic, inorganic growth, they are entering into other sectors as well where there is a strong growth prospect. For example, in 1982, the company moved into a rapidly growing financial services market. There was a real opportunity in this market. Today, BB Financial Services is the UK largest independent non-backed debt factorer. This business provides finance to companies to help with cash flow. Okay, so they are not banks, but still they have a lot of cash to provide to the companies who need cash. It offers a service to companies that conduct a substantial number of transactions on a credit basis. BB Financial Services provide finance to these companies against unpaid sales invoices. The company can use this finance to buy in more products to sell. BB Financial Services now factors over £6 billion of debt in 14 countries. Since the business was set up by the group, it has grown organically, expanding into, so it was started in London and now it has expanded into Hong Kong, Sweden, this finance business, and New Zealand, and inorganically by acquiring businesses in the UK and Europe. More recently, it has created new financial products in Australia and Poland. So this is, see, in order to grow, they take the advantage of both. They want to grow organically as well as inorganically as well. Okay, leading to diversification of them. They started up as a marine company, okay, providing maritime services, but now they have emerged into other sectors, and that too, powerfully because of organic growth and inorganic growth as well. Fine. No, don't move the board. Now you have to read from inorganic till business. And after this, we are going to learn about how they measure their growth, how they ensure that they are growing, they are making profits. Is everyone done with this page? Okay, take your time. I'm not in a hurry. Okay. Read the remaining parts of this. The strategy till Poland. Read the remaining parts of this. Okay. Let's move to the next board, okay? Now, how they ensure that they are growing? That is the question, right? There are many measures that a company can use to measure growth. For example, it can measure by increased market share, greater volume of sales, or larger profit. BB9 Group uses several ways of measuring the company's growth. Each of the business within the BB9 Group measures growth in a way that is relevant to the type of business. For example, BB Financial Services market depth factored up to 24% in 2010 and growth in sales up to 25% in 2010. BB Distribution measures profit, increased by 21% in 2010 and turnover increased by 25% in 2010. Garrick measures turnover, increased by 36%. These are the ways they might be measuring the growth. At a group level, the growth is measured in terms of its shareholder funds. The shareholder funds of any business are simply the value of what business owns, its assets, minus what it owns, its liability, at one point of time. As the business grows, so too do its shareholder funds. Shareholder funds at the BB9 Group have been increasing for over 10 years and more recently have been growing by 15% annually. Fine? So this is how they check their growth. Now, let's see the conclusion of this case study. Okay? Okay? See, what is the conclusion? We have already done the whole case study. Growing a business is about taking opportunities when they arise. Okay? Historically, this BB9 Group grew through its expertise in shipping and carrying out international operations. Over time, this business expertise was applied in new contexts. Okay? They were already having expertise in one domain, and later on, they started applying the same expertise in new contexts, and the group diversified into new products and markets. As a family company, BB Group has very strong traditions and values. At the heart of these values lies a belief in trusting employees. If you trust your employees and if you allow them to make their decisions, if you give them some liberty, obviously they'll value your culture. This company culture has enabled it to be creative in looking for new opportunities. The company focus is on being close to customers. So they are close to employees as well as customers. Armed with this understanding of customers and their requirement, BB Group have been able to grow organically. So they maintain good relationships with the customers. That's why they are growing organically, building on core expertise. Just as importantly, it has been able to engage in inorganic growth, moving into new and exciting lines of business at opportune time. Is this much clear? What this case study is all about? What is organic growth? Today you have learned a lot of new concepts like organic growth and inorganic growth. I hope you people have enjoyed this case study. That's it for today. If you have any questions, please do ask me. And at the end of the class, you are going to get a feedback form. Okay? Just put genuine comments there. Okay? And see you on Monday. Please be there. Najib, you have joined very late. The class is going to get over in 2 minutes. Good night. Take care. See you on Monday. Please be there. Bye-bye.